guys, we're back here at Hersheypark on Wednesday, July the 2nd. Right as we were pulling in, somebody pulled out, so we parked right on this row at the end here, and we're right at the end of the stadium. I think this is the farthest that I prefer to park. Any further, it's just like pretty far, but here we can just go right here and walk about 2 or 3 sections to 3 or 2 blocks, basically, or like 2 or 3 of these entrances here to the tram stop. But you know, today doesn't seem like it's terribly busy. For this season, it's not that busy, but we'll just have to see how busy it is, see how long the waits are. We'll probably go over to the boardwalk first, like we usually have been doing recently, and just see, you know, what we can get on. It's about 5. The park closes at 9. Like in the summer, what's nice this year is basically the entire summer, weekdays are open till 9 and weekends they're open till 10. This will probably be my last visit until July the 4th, which is just on Friday. They'll be doing a fireworks show, so I'm excited for that. I'll definitely be coming and you know, doing a vlog. But yeah, let's get in the park and see how long, and let's get in the park and see what all we can get on. Should be a fun day today. Okay, I came over to Spring Creek Smokehouse and got the mashed potatoes and the half-pound, or the half chicken. This is the first time this season I've had the half chicken, and I haven't had the potatoes in a while, so I decided to get this. So let's see how it is, and yeah. Okay, we finished at Spring Creek Smokehouse. The half chicken was, I mean, for the half chicken it was pretty good. You know, it's not the best thing at the park, and the mashed potatoes were good. I mean, just as good as usual. You know, they're not the greatest thing. I think at Spring Creek Smokehouse, the best deal is the ribs and the baked beans. I think those are my favorite things here, but I've had those a lot recently, so I wanted to get something else. But, you know, it was good. Another update is they cut down this one tree under Storm Runner here. It looks a lot different. That must have been a pretty big tree. I think it was rotting or something, but that must have been a pretty big tree, because it looks a lot different here than it did the last time I was at the park. So that must have been a big tree that they cut down. Another update that doesn't really matter, but I just took notice, is over here on this empty space here, there used to be something there. I don't think it was another soda machine. It was some sort of thing, you know. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's just something I took notice of, that they moved something that was over there. So I just decided to update you guys on that. Okay guys, now we came over to the boardwalk. It's about 6:30. I definitely recommend coming over to the boardwalk the last few hours of the day. It is definitely a lot better. You know, the lines are a lot shorter because everybody has left by this point. So it's about 6:30. We have about an hour and a half. So we'll start by first going on Wildcats Racer and see how many water attractions we can get on before 8. Okay, just got off of Wildcats Racer. I was on number 1 slide, and I came in 3rd place because I didn't go right away this time when the green light, the green arrow came up. But I think that's the thing, because they have the yellow before the green, and I'm like, I don't want to go like before the green, so I'm like, I get like a little nervous, so then I don't go right away when the green arrow pops up. But I came in 3rd, that's not bad, and I was on a slide that I don't think I've ever done before on this ride. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Now I think we're going to go on the Intercoastal Waterway, so let's get on it. Okay, we finished that Intercoastal Waterway, and you know how they have 2 different tubes, the normal circular and then the U-shape that have a cutout in them, and then they have a mat below. Well, I was actually surprised tonight, because usually people want those ones, and like, you know, they're all trying to fight each other to get it. But tonight, like, I feel like a lot of the people wanted the normal rounded tubes, which was kind of surprising, because that's opposite of what people usually want. But, you know, it was a lot less chaotic. The line was real short. We went around 2 times, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was really hot, the water, you know, surprisingly warm. The water was surprisingly warm, but you know, it was fun. And now we're going to go over to do some of the slides over on the other side of the boardwalk. Okay guys, now we're over here, and we're going to do probably Riptide or Hydra, maybe even Pipeline, but I did that last time. So, you know, I'll do whatever top of the tower. So let's get on one of these slides and see how it is. Okay guys, we just got off of Riptide twice and Hydra once. The difference is between them is Riptide is more longer, like there where it has those drops in the open areas. Those two are longer than the ones on Hydra, but the ones on Hydra are a lot steeper and you go a little faster. They're really a lot similar, and you know, can't really pick one over the other. They're both a lot of fun. Hydra is a little, I guess you would say, is a little better, but Riptide is fun too. I definitely recommend doing both of them because they're a lot similar, but at the same time, they're both really good, and I definitely recommend doing both Riptide and Hydra. Okay guys, now we're gonna get on Vortex, so let's get on it. Okay guys, we just did Vortex, and as we were going down, you know, it's a bowl, and there's a hole in the middle, and we ended up hitting against the one ledge, and like ended up coming down backwards, so that was pretty insane, which I think Vortex is the best. I mean, I'd say it's the most one-trick pony out of all of these, because it's really just a bowl and it's nothing else. I'd say Vortex is the best, then probably Hydra, then Riptide, and then Pipeline. Oh, and we also did Pipeline. You know, during the turns, you kind of go pretty far up on the wall, which is pretty crazy. So even though it's completely inside and it's the tube that looks it would be the least, you know, least intense and the least scariest, definitely is a good slide, and it definitely delivers. But overall, all of these slides are great. The boardwalk is about to close here. We ended up getting one ride on Vortex, two rides on Riptide, one on Pipeline, and one on Hydra. So I think we did pretty good here over at the Coastline Plunge. So now we're gonna go over and get changed, and then go and see, you know, get on Wildcat and stuff like that to get the ride count up on that. Okay guys, now we're getting on Wildcat, and the line is pretty short, so if the operations are good, unlike last time, shouldn't take too long. So let's get on it and see how it is. Okay, just got off of Wildcat, and you know, it was a great ride. You know, just the usual. It's been a while since you know, because on this ride, if you put your hands up on the whole ride, like, because it has so much air time and hang time and stuff like that. You know, you kind of get pushed up, and then you go down not in the center of the seat. So you kind of have to move over mid-ride, because if you don't, it's just like it's not painful, but it's like, you know, it is hard to keep your hands up the whole ride. We sat in row 8, but you know, they're only running 2 trains, so that impacts it. And also, I mean, just all over the park, they let way too many people with fast track on before they just let the people in the normal ride. I'm pretty sure there's a rule that they can only let so many fast track people in, but nobody follows that here. They just let so many fast track people in, and it's, you know, the operations here, I get why people say their operations are so bad here. It is just, I mean, this year more than ever, it's just not good operations by any means. Okay guys, now I'm gonna get a ride on Fahrenheit. I feel like at the end of the night, last hour or so, you go back, you get Wildcat, maybe Fahrenheit, maybe even Storm Runner and Sky Rush and stuff like that, or Great Bear, or whatever you can get on, because that's a good, you know, the rides back here don't have as long lines, because at this point people have gotten up to the front and gotten on like Candemonium and stuff. So yeah, but let's get on Fahrenheit and see how it is. today. Okay guys, just got off Fahrenheit, and one thing I noticed from the last ride I had on this, I think like last Sunday, I didn't film when I came on Sunday, but on Sunday the train was really rattly. You could hear it, but this time it was a little rattly like usual, but it wasn't as bad as Sunday. But I don't know if it was a train I rode on. I rode on the 4th row. I'm not sure which train, and one thing with the back rows of each car is the front rows have a little thing in front of you in the seat on the floor, a little bump up, but not in the back rows. I'm not sure why that's there, but you know, it was a lot less rattly. It was probably just a train I rode in. You know, that could just be a body panel or whatever. I don't know what was making such a noise last time I rode it. But overall, it was a good ride. I think probably one of the better rides I've had on it. But yeah. Okay guys, we came over to 1906 Grill and we got the cheese curds and the half-pound chicken tenders. So let's dig in. Okay guys, we're heading out now. Had a fun day, you know, didn't get on a ton, just got on Fahrenheit and Wildcat and, you know, and the slides at Coastline Plunge. But, you know, had a fun day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not already subscribed, I don't know why you're not. You know, we're covering Hershey as best as we can. You know, coming here as frequently as possible. So if you're not already subscribed, there's no reason why you shouldn't be subscribed. So go down and subscribe, like the video, do all that stuff, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.